This past week, I had a big aha moment while talking with a client and doing uh, having a conversation, one of our meetings. And she is a mom with kids that sometimes it feels like our leeches. How many moms are saying amen right now? The kids can feel like leeches. They require so much money, right? You've got to help them in certain ways because they're so young. They don't know how to help themselves yet. You're trying to teach them. And when she was thinking about the financial strategies that we were, brainstorming together, she finally came to she had this aha moment, and I kind of had it with her that setting aside money for her future was really doing something for herself. And as much as she does different things for other people, particularly those kids that feel like leeches sometimes, she needed to do more for herself. And yeah, it made sense, to build her money, that kind of thing, but it was also just to like show herself that she was important to herself. And I thought that was such a cool way to think about it. And so I put together a money self-care routine. I was thinking of us women in particular, how much we give and give and give. What would it look like to have our money help take care of us? Now, this might be a little different than what you might already start having come to mind. I want this to be kind of a brainstorming exercise so that you can create your unique routine and what it looks like. So, before we dig in, I want to make sure I say welcome to the FIFE Movement. I'm your host, Amanda Neely. This is the only movement that helps you create your unique feminine and entrepreneurial path to financial independence. Please be sure to subscribe to the show. So I want to share my screen with you. I put together this fun little checklist that I'll put a link so you can download this if you want to make it your phone background or maybe the background on your computer. Maybe you want to print it. I don't know, something to help you remember these kind of self care things, and we'll talk through each one. So here's your money self care routine. First one, pursue clarity of your priorities. Priorities are so important, but to pursue clarity on what those are is an ongoing process. And for different people to look different ways. Personally, I love to journal. I also love like kind of talking and brainstorming right through with other people. I know people like to meditate. Maybe it's part of a prayer, right? But pursuing clarity of your priorities and putting that as part of however you kind of try to tap into what's important to you, whether that's through journaling or meditating, prayer, like whatever. So that'd be the first one. I think would be really important. The second one, grow your income potential. Here, I'm thinking about kind of personal development kind of things. This could be taking a class so that you learn how to do something you've never done before. It could be, pursuing a job promotion or a different role at work. It could be, investing in something that within your business will help grow your business revenue. Could be even doing something like Profit First, implementing that system so that more of your business revenue goes to you, right? That you profit. Could look like a lot of different things, but to grow your own income potential, right? That is a way to take care of yourself with your money and the future money that you could make. Now, the third one here, tell your money what to do. This is a lot of like sub things that are part of it where you have to actually like know what where your money is, like what your account balances are, see the flow of your money, pay your bills on time, that kind of thing. But it's also when you're thinking about like your savings, what those dollars need to do for you, right? Giving in the words of you need a budget, you give every dollar a job. You assign your money tasks that you want them to do for you. And that's self-care because you are taking the power in your own hands. If you don't tell your money what to do, someone else will. And you're saying, okay, I want my money to do this, this, and this. And if that happens to be something also self care related, maybe a pedicure or a facial or an extra special haircut or a new outfit. Maybe that's true, but it could also be, I'm just going to pay my bills on time. So I don't have to worry about late fees, right? And I'm telling my money, I want you to be there on time. So there's no worry, that kind of thing. Speak up about your values. So, especially as you've pursued clarity on your priorities and you're, telling your money what to do for you, when you're then working with other people, maybe a spouse, maybe a parent, maybe a child, maybe a financial professional, I want you to share what you think and feel and not hold back. That's actually caring for yourself to have your voice be spoken out rather than let someone else call the shots for you, right? And then make sure that you're heard. You can't just speak. You got to make sure that the other people around you are listening and that they appreciate what you're sharing. They give it the time of day, right? They hear you, they acknowledge your truth, and they act accordingly, right? Um, that is actually a form of caring for yourself and making sure that not only are you speaking, but that you're also being heard and that you're valued. Now, we don't have complete control over that, but it could look like working with a different financial professional who actually listens and takes what you want into account, not just, the product they're trying to sell for you or that kind of thing, right? So you do have some power there. That's why I wanted to make sure I put it on this list. Now this next one, give yourself permission. This could be give yourself permission sometimes to fail, right? To splurge, to um do something weird or different than what your friends and family are doing. Maybe this is give yourself permission to make it fun, to have an adventure, to do, there's all kinds of things you might need to give yourself permission to do sometimes that'll give you some fun and some lightness to money rather than, it feeling so heavy all the time, whatever that looks like for you. And then, inspired by this client that I was mentioning the story earlier, save for yourself. Yes, we give, and that's really important, right? Charity or kids or whoever it is, but also and like we give to ourselves, to splurge or do this or that. But honestly, the ability to save money aside for your future, to have that little nest egg to cause, your money to build up, that is a really great form of self-care. And whether you use it in a few months or a year or 30 years from now, saving for yourself isn't just about piling up the money. It's about saying, I'm worth it. I'm worth setting aside money for in the future, right? I'm not just worth spending everything, I'm worth much more. And then I left actually for that one, be sure you check out Wednesday's episode this week, episode 107, that hashtag Wisdom Wednesday. I've got some more to say there about how the saving for yourself can be lots of fun and an adventure and maybe a little different than you might be, that, the forced kind of savings you might be thinking about. And then I left a blank here because you're unique. You've got your own unique path. Maybe there's something that is coming to mind for you that I put here. Type it in there, write it in there, draw a picture, whatever it might be. What could you do with your money or um, like what could you do to put your money in a place where it's going to help care for yourself most? That's it for me. I hope this sparked some interesting things for you to think about today. Thank you so much for being part of my day today and checking out this episode. Um, as you go about your day today, remember wealth is coming your way. Your quest is to prepare for using it well. And of course, for more tips on how to prepare, be sure to subscribe and to connect with the community, visit fifemovement.com. And of course, if you liked this idea of self care money routines, please share this episode with someone else that you love and that you think I care for you. I would want you to care for yourself. And if you've got more tips on how you care for yourself that you think might be helpful to other people, please share that in the comments on the YouTube version of this video. If you're watching the podcast, please head over to the YouTube, or listening on the podcast, please head over to YouTube if you want to leave that kind of comment. For now, thank you so much for listening or watching. I look forward to with you tomorrow. We're going to be doing a Trivia Tuesday, and it's going to seem like it comes out of the blue, but I promise it has real consequences for your financial future today.